Good day, I am Adrian Atkinson and this is your JIS News for Monday, September 25, 2023. The Ministry of Health and Wellness today activated the National Emergency Operations Centre and all emergency operations centres at the parish level. This follows the declaration of a dengue outbreak by the ministry over the weekend. The centres will monitor and report on all areas of the outbreak with a view to minimising the cases across the island. On Friday, the ministry's National Surveillance Unit advised that Jamaica has surpassed the dengue epidemic threshold for July and August and is on a trajectory to do the same for the month of September. The data showed that the country recorded 565 suspected, presumed and confirmed cases of dengue as at September 22. Of that number, 78 cases had been confirmed, with the majority of the cases seen in Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine and St. Thomas. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says this means the country has seen an increase in the number of cases compared with the levels usually seen during these months of the year.
We have mobilized the parish health committees who are now working with the vector control teams in each parish. We have over 213 permanent staff, about 500 temporary staff, and we are now recruiting another 600. These are the persons who will go into the communities, will do the brochures, will inspect breeding sites, the drums, the solid waste, to try to control the population and to inform the public as to what they need to do.
Dr. Tufton says the ministry has expanded the engagement at the community level and will provide resources to stakeholders to undertake dengue mitigation strategies. These include the removal of bulky waste and drain cleaning exercises across the country.
All to all, we are responding. The government spent some 300 million Jamaican dollars 3 years ago to restock our fleet. We have over 50 vans, pickup trucks for vector control that are functional currently, over 20 mounted foggers as well as handheld foggers. We may have to secure more, and some conversations are taking place. We have adjusted the scheduling so that vector workers will work both morning and evening and on weekends. And health centers, opening hours for certain types of health centers have been extended.
Starting Monday, October 2, opening hours for all Type 3 to 5 health centers have been extended to 8 p.m. The Health Ministry also reports that there are no dengue-related deaths classified at this time. However, 6 deaths are being investigated. The Heart NSTA Trust has partnered with the private sector organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, to provide 100 job opportunities for participants in the Learning and Investment for Transformation Lift program. Managing Director of the Heart NSTA Trust, Dr. Tanisha Ingleton, told JIS News that the PSOJ has submitted 98 job placement requests on behalf of 16 entities. Dr. Ingleton says all is being done to ensure equity in placements across the private sector, as well as ministries, departments and agencies. She also emphasizes that every effort will be made to ensure that participants are placed in jobs in proximity to their homes.
We are reaching out to the regional health authorities because they have a footprint right across the region, right across the country, so they could accommodate individuals who are in the remote rural areas. We're also reaching out to the Chamber of Commerce because they would be able to give us some insights in terms of these rural areas that would have some established firms.
The one-year placement of participants will begin December 1 in pre-approved ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, and participating private sector firms where they will receive a monthly stipend of $85,000. According to Dr. Ingleton, after this initial period of engagement, it is expected that the participants will extend their employment with the various entities.
We are preparing the participants in such a way that these entities will want to keep them, and that is why we are taking them through the 8-week training around employability skills such as the punctuality, proper communication, leadership, self-management, discipline, teamwork, respect, and proper deportment.
Sport Minister Olivia Grange says the cost to host the upcoming T20 Cricket World Cup games in Jamaica is not financially feasible. Minister Grange says careful discussions and consideration of the approximately $500 million were taken into account to host a few games here.
It was a robust exercise in which we considered different permutations, including the option not to bid. At the end of our consultations with stakeholders, it was agreed that Jamaica should prioritize investing in developing cricket from the grassroots to the high performance levels over putting in a formal bid for the T20 World Cup.
According to Minister Grange, the government will instead invest $100 million in cricket development for youth and at the school level over the next 5 years. This is in addition to plans for the rehabilitation and development of Jamaica's sports infrastructure.
As a responsible minister, I'm obliged to look beyond immediate gratification to sustainable sport development that will yield immeasurable rewards at all levels in Jamaica. I had to pay attention to the cost-benefit analysis, especially in a circumstance of limited resources.
Minister Grange says discussions will continue with stakeholders about bringing international cricket to Jamaica in the near future. The Ministry of Justice is looking to employ the use of mediation to assist in settling estate matters at the Administrator General's Department, AGD. Portfolio Minister Delroy Chuck says this will significantly enable the agency to close files on more than $50 billion in real estate assets under this management.
I will be assisting the Administrator General's Department over the next few months to see how we might be able to use mediation to get the beneficiaries together to see if they can come to some compromise so that their estate can distribute what is there at the Administrator General and they can start using those funds and properties.
Minister Chuck was addressing a Justices of the Peace JP sensitization session recently. The AGD is charged with administering the estates of persons who die without leaving a will and who have beneficiaries under the age of 18 years. Minister Chuck noted that the $50 billion in properties being managed by the AGD is a difficult challenge.
If a will was made, it would have been dealt with very expeditiously. They have over close to $4 billion, probably more now, in cash, sitting in the banks that they would like to dispose of to the beneficiaries.
He further noted that despite an increase in case files being completed over the last 10 to 15 years, averaging between 500 and 1,000 per year, the AGD continues to see a rise in incoming cases. And finally, business operators are being encouraged to provide access to training and certification programs for their employees. Minister of Investment and Commerce, Senator Orbin Hill, made the call at the Dengue DNG Foundation's Forklift Operator Training and Certification Program on Thursday. Minister Hill said investment in human capital will create a more skilled, adaptable and resilient workforce that can respond to global challenges and opportunities.
This tremendous initiative, providing training opportunities for young people who would otherwise not have the access, demonstrates the Foundation's commitment to making a positive impact on lives of the Jamaican people while simultaneously enriching communities. I want to congratulate Red Stripe for what they're doing and asking other Jamaican companies to step up to the plate.
20 graduates completed the inaugural program, which is aimed at boosting the employability of marginalized youth who will benefit from internships with several participating companies. Director of the DNG Foundation, Diane Ashton Smith, said the initiative aims to address the shortage of forklift drivers in the manufacturing sector.
This is something that is a very key component of our supply chain. And so our partnership with Project STAR and Dex Management and Logistics Services Limited not only addresses this shortage, but also creates sustainable socio-economic opportunities for at-risk young people.
The forklift training program was executed in partnership with the DECS Management and Logistics Services Limited and Project STAR Social Transformation and Renewal. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thank you so much for watching.